Want an ability which will help you laser down enemies and also heals you if you take too much damage and can help you manipulate your shot speed at will? These Taiko Drums do all of that and more. The Taiko Drums ability is by far my favorite loot for Bard in the game, and it was a very easy decision to make. And trust me, it's for a reason. I'm aware of other loots like Concertina, Mandolin, and Megaphone, which are also fun in their own ways, but this one is unique enough that it takes the cake easily. So, as most of you know by now, Taiko Drums drops from Moonlight Village as a white bag from the first 3 dancers. It's a loot used by the Bard which has similar qualities as a regular loot, but is unique for many reasons. First, it costs 100 MP and gives you 6 def and 6 dex on equip, which is already really good because of the 6 DPS stats, and some extra defense, which is very difficult to get on a rogue class after all. The high 7% XP bonus is also very juicy. Although it gives Inspired, it can also give Berserk or Healing through its 2 abilities. Yes, it has 2 different modes. Now you can frantically pretend you are a priest while low HP and call yourself a warrior in any runs you join with this thing. The first mode is called Crescendo, which is basically a combat-focused ability which massively increases your dexterity in 2 ways. First, it gives you Berserk for 5 seconds, as mentioned before, which has insane solo utility. You literally become a robed warrior. But most importantly, it also increases shot velocity, which is basically just shot speed. Paired with the Inspired ranged buff, this is insane. It makes it tremendously easier to hit your shots, and boy, it is so much fun. It is so much more of an increase than the regular Inspired buff. It is way more unique than regular loots. Every bow feels like a machine gun, and even if nothing else was good about them, this would be enough for me to use the Taiko Drums already. For instance, slow shotting bows like the Harp have their low shot speed downside completely removed. It is so fun. The second ability, called Adagio, is a survivability mode. It has insane solo utility as well, granting healing for 5 seconds within 4 squares, healing 60 HP depending on your allies. It's basically a priest tome with added benefits. Most notably, Adagio decreases your shot speed. This is the opposite of Crescendo and may not sound very useful, but can actually help a lot for chasing enemies since it actually makes your shots linger much longer than they would originally. Using these modes, you can become a pseudo-warrior and a pseudo-priest, while also gaining juicy DPS stats, def survivability, and modifying your shot speed at will, one of the only sources in the game to give you such a buff. Keep in mind, this ability has 0 cooldown. This item is insane, a must-have for all bards in the game. Now that you know all about the Taiko Drums, what are the best sets to use with it? Well, as you can see, the drums are basically an all-rounded ability which absolutely excels when you play solo. It gives DPS stats and def, which bards struggle with, so honestly I think it can work with any set due to this fact. But it is still best with certain sets, particularly dex-focused sets, because as you can see, this is a very dexterity and shot speed focused item. A set recommendation that I have focused on your dex stat is Leaf Bow or 1000 Shot, Taiko Drums of course, Diplo or Anointed Robe, and Horn. All of these items focus on dex and survivability in some way. First off, Leaf Bow is a high DPS bow which has a high fire rate of 140%, which means it would benefit from the 6 dex and the shot speed buff. 1000 Shot is also useful for this due to the insane fire rate, so feel free to use both. Diplo can help with survivability as well due to the HP stats and could also give you attack, along with the sweet extra damage prop from the Robe's Portal Zaps. If you prefer, Anointed Robe gives dexterity as well and can help you add to the additional dex you may want with Taiko Drums. Horn is great for survivability and amazingly supplements the def boost provided by the drums, while also giving a huge 10 dex buff while you're above 90% maximum HP. This set focuses on increasing your dex while complementing the def buffs, giving some extra beneficial stats like health, and makes the bard a genuine powerhouse while using the Taiko Drums. Of course though, your set choice is completely up to you, but consider what I've said while choosing your set for bard, including the Taiko Drums. Thank you for listening to my Yappuccino!